Hello Geminis, welcome to your wealth reading for November 2025. Squeaking them in here on the last day of the month. We're going to do the charms and the cards to get your messages related to all your wealth centers. So whatever makes you feel wealthy, abundant, prosperous in life. Obviously finances is part of that, career, money, any source of revenue. So we'll get the charms and the cards for your messages. I timestamp below if you just want to jump to your messages. Otherwise, we'll hang out together now and get the charms, the cards, and any initial impressions. Okay. So let's go around the chart. We'll see when your charms want to fall, where they fall. Gone quiet, so you must be in a period of quietness as well. Maybe you're just kind of, which just could mean being like focused inward, or we do go through periods where life is daily life is pretty structured or standard or kind of stable. Everything next day is the same, like we know what to expect without any huge ups or huge downs. A lot of attention over here. Interesting. I'm going to clean up those charms a bit, but we'll see which ones want to stay. Okay, so 3 charms on your relationship with money. Maybe that's why you're gone quiet. Okay, let's see here. Let's get the cards. Whoa. I'll leave that one. We'll see what that means. It's very rare for me to have flying cards, so that's why I'm keeping it out, taking it out. Definitely important for Gemini. Look how he's looking, right? Seeking answers. Maybe you're looking in all the wrong places. Kind of feels like he's just, grabbing anything and everything and looking, right? Or this is that quiet, soft energy. You being very introspective, since he's looking at the inside there of this fish creature. Okay, Geminis. Apologies, I'm struggling with a cold here. All right. I'm going to start with the card that flew out of the deck. I was talking about how your energy was quiet. Maybe you were just spending a lot of time in your thoughts. So with self, looking inwards or looking for answers. And then the strength card came flying out of the deck, so I kept it out. And as we can see here, you're looking, you're looking inwards, or you're looking everywhere for your answers. Maybe maybe you feel like you don't know where to look for answers, but the only other thing I can think of, if it's not thought, is you're very focused on yourself right now. So this is your internal, this would be like physical body. So maybe you're trying to figure out I'm trying to keep this related to a wealth reading here. Maybe you're worried or concerned of, this could be medical bills, medical fees, right? Kind of a history of it. What do I mean by history of it? Like records, looking back at records. Doesn't have to be medical bills. Just maybe you're looking back at, a series of events and seeking the answers, like what brought me to this point, right? As part of your tapping into your strength. I'm going to figure out how I got here. Okay. And I will do my best to provide you some insights on how you got here and why you're here and where you're going from here. Okay. I'm going to start here with this grouping of charms, the heavy emphasis on your relationship, your emotional relationship with finances. And so we have strength and courage with the elephant. We have the elephant is very confident. It's put together well. It's feeling its best, right? Putting its best foot forward, looking and feeling like it has everything it wants, everything it desires. So it feels, not only does it feel wealthy and opulent, it communicates that, right? Through its poise, through its fashion, through its energy. And they're pairing it with this nervous energy, this new start, the shaky legs, and magical moments, memories. And I put them down here. So I feel like maybe you're in another scenario where, your soul energies and your angels want you to remember you've done this before. You've had a new start before and you were very successful. So reflect back, because the horse is leaping and looking and pointing at the elephant. So remember the time or times when you had to restart, when you were beginning a new role, making a new lifestyle change, but where it led you, the strength and bravery you had to step out into a new adventure, to explore a new and different environment, you were successful. So this could be, because it's with money, this could be a change in position, company. This could be a new start, like a move, remortgaging the house, etc. But there's like this reminder to you that you have done this scenario before and you were successful. Maybe that's the looking back, right? Looking back at your history. You've done this before. You were successful. Okay. And we have the Ten of Swords here. Yeah, I feel like they're trying to say to you, like, you have felt the pinch before. You have felt, tight finances before. You have been through a scenario where change has happened, and you got through it successfully. Right? He completes the trick successfully here. But you're kind of squeezed into a corner. Maybe that's how you feel. Maybe you feel like you're limited, or you're stuck in place. But that's why the reminder's here. It's like, no, you know how to get yourself out of these situations. That's kind of your trick. That's kind of like a soul gift you have, is to get yourself, not only recognize these situations, but you pull yourself right out of them. So we have help is on the way as it relates to feeling abundant and wealthy in the heart. So this is reigniting your passion in what you do, the love of what you do. This is you pursuing something that you're already interested in, right? The source of revenue just comes out of doing something you're enjoying. This can also be volunteering, so just the feeling of giving back versus financial wealth. This is wealth of positive karma and energy. And you've got some support here as it relates to maybe restarting this a bit, adding some positive fuel to your heart center, your passion center. So we have the Queen of Cups, and this is a nice one because see how she's about to catch that drip. One little drop from her goblet is such a wealth of knowledge, wealth of insight. This is her scrying goblet. This is where she sees the future. This is a wish come true, a star, a little droplet coming down. So you're maybe asking or wondering about something, and Either you're going to have an epiphany moment because of the moon, so you'll see it in your dreams, or you'll see a dream or a vision come to reality, or this is a chance connection, a mention in a conversation. Sometimes people just drop hints and you grab it. You see the opportunity for what it is. You see that wish coming true. You see that that's connected to your future. And you're going to grab it. You're going to feel it, right? The intuition. She's drawn to the heart to heart. So we've got this little droplet, this little nugget, this chance that's coming in. I'm going to come up here, I think. A bit of a zigzag, but that's fine. We have an emotionally triggered decision. Interesting with the gold here, they're showing me a stack of coins versus the angelic energy. So I feel like obviously the emotionally triggered decision is related to money. This is 100% related to finances. We've got a bit of a mask here. So maybe a bit of a watch out. This is a false information. This is not disclosing all the information to you. This could be someone guilt tripping, right? Guilt tripping you into financial assistance. But there's something hidden from you. This is a mask. So you're not seeing the whole thing. And maybe they're playing, right? They're playing an emotion card. So try to strip out emotions from this request and be very logical about it. Okay, so we've got the 3 of Cups here, the party in a boat. What's that story? Who are the 3 men in the boat? Baker, what was it, the cook? Something. I don't know. Childhood feels so long ago now. But I believe there's some kind of fairy tale or rhyme about 3 men in a boat. And each had different professions. But since we are on this kind of mask here, and maybe that's why I'm trying to struggle with the professions. Like maybe it's not clear on what they actually do. Like this could be a group, and you're wondering like what actually does this group do? Either with their money, because you can see how they're pouring it on their head. So they've asked the Queen of Cups for some water, and all they did was pour it on their head. So if someone's asking you for financial assistance, look into how they're actually spending it. It feels like obviously what could be a falsehood. So I need money for gas, but the money wasn't for gas. They had gas money. They just wanted to go out with their gas money, so you paid for the drinks, right? So just make sure that you know what the loan is for. Kind of feels like. Make sure you look at the terms as well. Make sure there's not a third party, because there's 3 people here, right? There's other, it's that feeling of, what's the saying? I feel like there's a saying like whatever is feeding is paying the whatever. So if you're doing renovations, for example, make sure that your contractor isn't in like cahoots with the plumber, or all these sudden fixes come up and you're like, what? that wasn't an issue before. So there's a feeling of either in a work environment or maybe in a friend or family scenario, you're kind of like something smells here, something's kind of a bit fishy about where the money's going, how the money's being spent, how the finances are being managed even. This could be at work, getting communicated no year-end bonuses, but then you see the executive team celebrating bonuses. Like, how do maybe that's a red flag to you. Or it's sort of in those contract terms or in a organization, making sure you know who's connected to who, and that you have that clarity so that you can navigate this. But I'd watch for this guilt trip. I feel for more of you Geminis, it's kind of a false story. You're not getting the whole truth here, the full clarity of a situation related to, you know, why you're not getting a bonus, why you're not getting promotion, why they need money. Whatever this is, it's money related. Okay. So we have a new source of income here, new opportunity. Maybe that's the star that's falling here that's going to re-engage your passion. Maybe this is the next step after you pull yourself out of the situation, right? You've done it before. So this is hope and intuition. This is belief in self, trusting self, knowing that the innate pull that you're feeling, that gut feeling, that decision that you just can't shake, it's right, it's correct, because it's pulling you to this new path of wealth where you'll feel more prosperous and abundant in life. And you're getting the moon card, so that's beautiful. Look at you dancing, celebrating. This could be a new partnership. This is also you rising in status. So we have both the King's crown here and the rose that they're drawing me into in terms of change in status, change in popularity, being seen. There's your passion with the rose. But this is all like a very strong outlook. But I am getting partnership here. So it's either a different company, a new energy maybe comes into your environment. So this could be a new manager you're paired up with, a new colleague, a different department. You have a different role, so you're connecting with different people versus that group. But all of it is very fortunate for you. It has these beautiful wishes and dreams coming true, starting to streak down. So stepping into your next abundant era here, your next chapter of possible additional prosperity. But the crown is for you, Gemini. You're going to be stimulated at the mind, right? You're going to be challenged. Your creativity is going to get to flow. You're going to be able to show your intelligence, lead, mentor, guide, motivate, and it's very well received here. But look at all the purple and red and white, the three colors you need, right? Heart, intuition, and trust in self. So you're going to hit that kind of magical triad of energies, probably part of a new start, sort of on this new path, a new beginning, this fresh opportunity after maybe a sticky situation. Maybe that's why you're looking so deeply, because you're clearly being pulled in this direction, and maybe that's got you a little questioning, like, what is this? What's this feeling I'm feeling? But it's all to pull you in this direction, because I feel like where you're at now, a little suspicious, unless that's a different situation altogether that you can identify with. But, this feels like time to go, time to make the exit. For this group, a new start, taking that next step, that leap forward, it's common for you. Like I said, you've done it before. So I'm not sure why you're more nervous this time around. You don't need to be.